Hello, good morning. In previous classes, we have seen the block diagram reduction rules. So total 11 rules are there. With the help of those 11 rules, we will simplify or we will reduce the block diagram and we will obtain the transfer function. See, this block diagram reduction is completely on Laplace domain, which means the transfer function, which is the C by R, where C is the output and R is the input. These two elements are in the S domain only, functions of S, which means C of S and R of S. Okay, and you can see reduce the block diagram and find the transfer function C by R of this block diagram. So this is the given block diagram and C is our output, R is our input. So we need to reduce this block diagram and simply we need to obtain the transfer function C by R. So how can we do it? With the help of 11 rules, what we have, using those 11 rules only, we can simplify this block diagram. A few rules will be used for each and every block diagram in order to simplify it. Okay. So we need to write or we need to simplify the block diagram step-by-step process. So first step, look at this block diagram carefully. And if we shift here, two branch points are there. So if we shift this branch point from this point to this point, if we shift like this, then these two will be parallel blocks, feed forward blocks, right? So we can simplify it very easily. Okay, so with the help of rule number, what is this rule number? Rule number 3, I think. Shift the branch point ahead of the block. So use this rule, just simply shift this branch point from here to here. Then what we get, we will get like this. And if we shift the branch point from before the block to after the block, then we will have a change. We need to add a block here. So do it now. So simply step 1 is shifting the branch point ahead of block G1. So that is our step 1. So moving the branch point after the block or ahead of the block G1. Don't forget to write G1 also here. Block G1. So simply shift this point from here to here. If we shift this point, then we need to add something here. We need to add a block here in order to compensate the input and output. So now you look at it. If we shift this branch point from here to here, then we need to add a block here, and that block is 1 by G1, which is reverse of this G1. According to rule number 3 or rule number 4, I think. You can go through it. So 1 by G1 will be added here. So this is the resultant block diagram. See, this branch point is completely shifted here. And you can see 1 by G1 is added, and which is in series with G3. Right? So G3 and 1 by G1 both are connected in cascade connection. So simply we can multiply these two to get to simplify in a single block. Okay, simply we can multiply. So which means G3 by G1 we will get here. And you can also see this is a complete negative feedback loop, because here the feedback is having negative sign. So this is a negative feedback loop. So using rule number 10, we can simply eliminate this negative feedback loop, right? So that is the step 2. Step 2 is eliminate the negative feedback loop, this one, and also combine the cascaded blocks G3 and 1 by G1. So this is our step 2. And what we will get here? We'll get a simple block here And the transfer function of that block will be here, the gain is G1 and feedback gain is H. Then in this place,
G by 1
we
plus
will get
GH.
G by
1
G1
plus
here.
GH.
Yes, so G1 here, not G. So G1 by 1 plus G1H.
G1.
G1H. So this is the block we will get here with the help of rule number 10. And here we will get G3 by G1 because those two are cascade connection. So we will get G3 by G1. In the cascade connection, we need to multiply these two. So replace these places with these blocks. And you can see here G3 by G1 will be that block, and here eliminating that negative feedback loop, we will get G1 by 1 plus G1H. Right, now it is okay. Now you can see here this block and G2 both are in parallel because the direction you can see, the input direction is from left to right. Here also in this block the input direction is from left to right. That means these two are parallel blocks or feed forward blocks. So in order to eliminate these feed forward or parallel blocks, we use rule number 2, I guess. So with the help of rule number 2, simply what we write, we will add two gains.
Adding those two.
So because here both are having plus symbols, so simply we will use plus. So G2 plus G3 by G1. So this is the block can be replaced here, which is our step 3. Okay, and you can see the resultant diagram. See G2 plus G3 by G1, which is our resultant block. Now this entire block is simplified and reduced into a simple block, and the negative feedback block is here. So both are in series or in cascade. Again, then what will be the resultant output? The resultant output will be, the resultant block will be an input having the input R, and here we will get a block, simple block, and the output is C, and this block will be the product of these two blocks. This is according to rule 1. So G1 by 1 plus G1H. Okay, so this is one block, and the second block gain is G2 plus G3 by G1. I'm sorry for not writing it properly. With the help of mouse, it is not easy to write properly, so that's why. So G1 by 1 plus G1H is this block gain into G2 plus G3 by G1 is this block gain. So this is the our required transfer function or simple block diagram from the given block diagram. Okay, so from this we can simply write the transfer function, which is C by R. C by R is equal to this one, and we can also simplify this in a simple equation. Okay, so that can be given as this one. See, this one and this one, these two are multiplied, and we can simplify it. Simply here LCM is taken here, so G1 G2 plus G3 by G1 we will get, and multiply both of them, and we will get the here G1 and G1 will get cancelled. So in the numerator we will have G1 G2 plus G3, and in the denominator we will have 1 plus G1H. So this is our entire transfer function of the given block diagram. This is how we can reduce the any complex block diagram into a simple block diagram, and we can obtain the transfer function. Okay.